Hello everyone and welcome to my channel Busy Mom Creations. My name is Ishita and I get for you really quick, easy and pretty little crochet projects. So today I have for you these sweet looking baskets which are extremely useful but very pretty, and they don't require very technical skills. So for these you can easily use them around the house, use them for storage, use them in the drawing room for decoration. And if you like, you could definitely give them as gifts. I'm sure people will love them. So let's get started. And if you do like this video, remember to like, share and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon so that the next time I upload a video, you get to know. To make these bowls, we need some yarn or thick thread. I'm using a 4mm hook today and a pair of scissors. So let's get started. To start making these little bowls or basket, we need to make the base first, which are these circles. So to start this, we need to first make the first little circle to start working, for which we first need to make a slip knot. To make a slip knot, you take the yarn, wrap it around two fingers like this, so that there is an X on this side and two parallel lines on the nail side. Then you take the front side of the yarn and pull it over the thread that's behind it and pull the second thread under the first one and pull, and that's your slip knot. That'll be the first point of a lot of your creations. So you simply just pull it and insert the hook. Now to make that circle, either you can make a magic ring or you can chain 4 and join it. So today I'm making chain 4 and then joining it. So to make a chain stitch, first you take the hook, make sure it's facing towards you, move it from under the yarn, grab the yarn with your hook and pull it through the loop, and that's your first chain stitch. Chain stitch is another very basic but important stitch. It'll be the starting point of a lot of your projects. So again, we need to make 3 more like this. Take the hook, take it from under the yarn, grab the yarn and pull it through. That's 2 chains. Again, take the hook from under the yarn, grab the yarn, pull it through. That's 3 and 1 more. That's 4. So that's your chain 4. Now to make this into a round, we're going to join the 2 points with a slip stitch. To make a slip stitch, which is again a stitch to join, it's not to increase any stitches. So here you simply again take your hook, insert it inside the first chain that we had made. You can see this little space here in the V. Insert it under, grab the yarn and pull it through so that you have 2 loops. Now the same yarn, pull it through the second loop, and that leaves us with a little circle. Now if you pull this, see, you'll see this hole which is looking a little bigger, but that's your chain, so don't work into it. If you grab your project and pull it apart a little bit, you'll see this tiny hole in the middle. That's where you have to work around. Now first, to start with our first round, which is this one, we need to chain 3 to give it height. That's grab, pull, 1 chain, again under, grab, pull, 2, 3. Now this is counted as our first double crochet, which is again a very important stitch in crochet. So to make a double crochet, because we'll need 11 more of these, after counting this. So that will be a total of 12 that we require in this round. So to make a double crochet, you take your hook, make sure it's facing towards you, put it from under the yarn and insert it inside the middle of the circle. Again, make sure it's not the chain. You'll have to really pull it apart to see this little space. Trust me, it will get easier once you get more stitches in. So again, you've grabbed it, you've yarned over, insert inside this hole, and then you grab your yarn with the hook and pull it through. So that leaves 3 loops on your hook. Again, yarn over. This is called yarning over when you take the hook from under the yarn. So you yarn over and pull it through the first 2 loops. Now there are 2 loops left. Again, you yarn over and pull it through the remaining 2. So that's your double crochet. Let's make another one. Yarn over, insert it inside that center space, yarn over, pull through. It leaves 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That becomes 3 double crochet after counting the first chain as well. And we need to make 12 like these. So let's quickly make this. Yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, insert, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. That's 4. Now we'll do 12 in total, and I'll see you at the end of the round. So now I need to make my last double crochet of the round. Yarn over, insert, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So there, including the first chain, we have 12 double crochet, which we now need to join with a slip stitch to complete the circle. So to make a slip stitch, we need to count the 3rd chain of the first chain that we had made. So that's 1, 2, 3. Insert your hook inside the first V or the first chain that we had made. Insert your hook inside it. Again, pull the yarn through. You get 2 loops. Pull the same yarn to the second loop, and that completes your circle. Now to make the second round, we need to do an increase, so which is doubling the entire circle. So which would be 2 in each of the double crochets that we had done, to total a 24 stitches that you will have in this round. So again, to start with, we'll have to start with the chain 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, which counts as our first double crochet. Now to double it, we need to make a double crochet inside the same stitch that we made the chain 3 from. So you yarn over, insert it in the same chain space, inside, and pull through 2, pull through 2. You've got 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2 again. So that's 2 in the same loop. Again, now in this one we'll make 2 again. So that's yarn over, pull through 2. Remember, you're inserting inside this space that you can see. These are your stitches, and these little holes that you can see over here, you'll be inserting your hook in that. So yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now in the same space, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So now you're making double of what we had made in the same round. So in the third one also, we'll do yarn over, insert the hook, 3 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2, and one more in the same space. So yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So you do this all the way around. You insert 2 stitches, 2 double crochet in each of the double crochet that we'd made in the previous round, and all in all, including the first chain 3 space, you should have 24 stitches. So you complete this round, and I'll see you at the end of the round. So now I'm almost at the end of the round. I need to make my last 2 double crochet. Let me just quickly make that. 23 and 24. So that's 24 double crochets for the round. And now again we join this with a slip stitch. So you count the third chain of the first 3 chains that we had made. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Insert your hook to the top of that chain, grab the yarn again, pull it gently, you get 2 loops, again pull it through again, and that closes your second circle. That's the second round for the base. Now we need to make one more round to complete our base. Now with this base, see, this is a smaller thread and a smaller sized hook that I've used. Today I'm using a thicker thread and a larger sized hook, so it will be bigger than this basket that is made. So to start our third round for the base, we again start with a chain 3, which will count as our first double crochet. Again you make one more double crochet in the same space. Insert, pull through, insert, pull through, again, pull through 2, and pull through 2 again. And now we have to make these in a set of 3 stitches to make it 36. So if you just count, it will all be multiples of 12. So what we had done here was 12, then it comes to 24. Now for the third round, we need to have 36 stitches. To make that, you will have to make a pair of double crochet in one stitch and a single double crochet in the next stitch. So that will make a total group of 3 stitches. So that's 2 and 3. So that's 3, that makes 1 set. We need to make 12 such sets. So now again we make 2 double crochet in this one space. So that's 1, 2, and in the next space we'll make 1 double crochet. Okay. So that's your second set. Now to make the third set, again 2 double crochet in the next stitch. That's one and two. See, that's one and two, and in the next stitch another double crochet. So that's another set of 3. So now we just make these sets all the way around to have 36 stitches in this round, and I'll see you at the end of the round. So you make 2 1 2 1 2 1 all the way around, and I'll see you at the end of the round. So that's what we have now. Now we just need to join it again to the top of the third chain that we had made. So that's 1 2 3. Insert it inside the stitch chain that we had made. So insert it. Oopsie, it's a little tight. And grab the yarn, pull it through, and that's your join again. So that's the base of our basket or little bowl. Now to give it height, or the vertical height that we need, we first need to make this base around, which is what actually changes the direction in which you are stitching. So to make this a little more vertical, we first again start with our chain 3 as usual. That will count as our first double crochet. Now we have to do double crochets all the way around. That will be 36 double crochets, 1 in each stitch, but we will only double crochet in the front part of the loop. So that means you yarn over, insert it in one side of the loop only. There you go. Grab your yarn and make a double crochet. So that's yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over to pull through 2. It'll look like you're pulling your thread, but that's okay. Once you complete the round, it'll be a little tighter. Again, yarn over, pull it only through one part of the chain, not through both like you do. So yarn over, pull through, again, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and keep doing this all the way around to make the base of our vertical height, to make it taller. So it'll come up like that. So it'll bend in the inside. So again, keep doing this all the way around, but only on one side of the loop. So that's, see, as you can see, it's already turning inside. It's giving it a little bit more structure, so that when you place it here, it'll stand. Now you do this all the way around, only putting your double crochet in one of the loops. And I'll see you at the end of the round with your 36 double crochet. Now I've reached the last part of my vertical round. See, as you can see, it's giving it structure for it to stand. Let me make my last double crochet. And we'll join it again with a slip stitch to the top of the third chain. Then you insert, pull the yarn through, pull the yarn through again, and that's your base that we have. Now we need to make V stitches to give this pattern, which again requires only double crochet and chain. Now to start with, we take our first chain 3, which doubles up as a first double crochet. So that's 1, 2 and 3. And now we need a space, a chain space, for which we need one more. So that's 3 plus 1. We may need to make another double crochet in the same space in which we've done our chain 4 in order to make it a V. So that's another double crochet that we've done, and like you can see, that's the first V that we have. Now we need to skip the next stitch because otherwise it'll become too cramped and the V will not show. So you skip the next stitch again to a double crochet in the next stitch. So skip one and a double crochet in the next one. Now to make it a V stitch, we need to make one chain and a double crochet in the same space. So that's our second V. Again, leave the next stitch, double crochet, one chain and double crochet in the same space. And that's your V stitch. One more, leave this space, double crochet in the next space, one, chain one, double crochet in the same space, and you do this all the way around. So you leave the next stitch, a double crochet, single chain, double crochet in this next stitch, leave the next stitch, double crochet, single chain and another double crochet in this stitch, and you'll do your V stitches like that all the way across, and I'll see you at the end of the round. Now I've reached the last part where I have to make my last V. So I'll make my double crochet, chain one and another double crochet, and that's my last V. Now to close the round, we need to join it again to the third chain of the chains that we had made. So that's the top of the chain 3. So that's 1, 2, 3 and insert, and there you have your slip stitch, and that's your height. Now we'll have to make these V stitches all the way till the height that you want. In this one I have made 1, 2, 3. So I've made 3 of these rounds. Now this is a thicker thread, so I'll just go and see how it looks. but it depends. If you want it deeper, so you can make more rows, or if you want it to be a shallow bowl, then you can make less rows. To start our next row, we need to start in this chain 1 space. To reach there, we need to make a slip stitch. So, which is very simple. You just insert your hook inside this chain 1 space, grab your yarn, pull it through, grab your yarn, pull it through again. So now you've reached this space, and we'll start as usual with a 3 chain, and for the 1 space we'll make 1 more chain and a double crochet to complete a V-stitch. So that's our first V for the round. Now we make our second V inside this chain 1 space. So you make your double crochet, chain 1 and double crochet again to complete the V-stitch. Again another V-stitch in the next chain space. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and that's your V-stitch. So now you'll do this all the way around till you reach the end, and I'll see you at the end of the round. So now I've reached the end of the round. I've made my last V-stitch. So all in all, there are 18 V-stitches that I've made in these 2 rows, and again I join it to the top of the 3rd chain of the first set of chains that we had made, and that's your bowl. Now it's got its structure. If you want, you can make more rows to give it more height, but because I'm using a chunky yarn, I'm happy with the height right now, so I'll just finish it off with the scallops now. But if you want, you can use the same method that we had used for the previous rows by starting in this chain space, making a chain 3, making 1 more chain, that will be your middle chain, and a double crochet to make the V, and join it with the V stitches in the every other V stitch that you have made. That will give you more height. So for me, now I'm going to start making the scallops. I like making, if you've noticed my other videos, which you should watch, I usually like to end my projects with scallops. I think it gives it a very pretty finish. So again, we need to start in this chain 1 space, for which make a slip stitch. So grab your yarn, under, and there you're starting in the middle of the stitch. As usual, we do our chain 3 to make a first double crochet. See, first double crochet. Now in this chain V space, we need to make 6 double crochets. So in this, because we've already made a chain 3, we need to make 5 more. So let's make 6 double crochet. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I'm making 5 in this because we've already made the chain 3, which counts as our first double crochet. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in this round. Now to finish off the scallop, in the next V stitch, or this chain 1 space that we have, you just make a slip stitch. So you take your yarn, grab it from under the loops, grab the same yarn from under. center. So that completes your scallop. Now in the next chain space, again we need to make these 6 double crochet to make our second shell. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the last is 6. And again in the next V-stitch we make a slip stitch, and that completes your shell. Again make 6 double crochets in the next chain one or the V stitch. Make a slip stitch to join it. Again 6 double crochets, slip stitch, 6 double crochets, slip stitch, and make this all the way around, and I'll see you when you reach here. So now I've finished making my scallops. All in all there are 9 that are providing the edge. To finish this off, I make a slip stitch to join this, and to finish the project just insert it to the top of the third chain that we have made and pull it through. So there you have your bowl that is complete. Now to finish off your project, you take your tail, take your yarn, leave a little tail and cut it. Then you simply pull the yarn through the last loop that's on your hook just to secure the edges and pull. Now you can take a needle and weave in through the edges to make it neater, and you can also cut off this part, cut off the starting chain and weave this part through. So there you have it. That's our little bowl all ready to be used. If you want to make it a little harder, because it's thread, so this will be a little soft, though it will stand on its own and it looks perfectly good this way, but you can add a little fabric stiffener or put it in starch. That will make it hard. Like this one I had put in starch, so that has made it a little more sturdy. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you like my video, do remember to subscribe to my channel and leave a comment if you have any feedback, and I'll see you in my next video with another simple, easy to make project. And till then, have a good day. See you later.